Greetings, fellow Octopathians, and welcome back to Octopath Traveler. We start the final chapter 3 today, which is Tressa in Victor's Hollow. Now, before I begin, I do want to address one thing. There is one more optional dungeon in this zone, and it's the Forest of No Return, which can be accessed in the north section of Victor's Hollow. However, it's a level 48 dungeon, and just based on hearsay I've seen online, the boss is really hard to kill. So they said you're best off waiting until you get to the end game. So on that note, we'll keep that in the back of our minds as we head into chapter 3. After learning of the Merchant's Fair, you head to Victor's Hollow to find an item worthy of auction. Eventually, you make your way to one of the shops. The story so far. In Quarry Crest, Tressa met a fellow merchant named Ali. He told her of the Merchant's Fair in Grandport, where the greatest treasures in the realm are put to auction. And so Tressa vowed to find a worthy treasure, hoping to prove herself a merchant worthy of respect and renown. So it was that the two promised to reunite at the fair. It's about time I updated the notebook. I'm on my way to the Merchant's Fair in Grandport. First, I need a treasure worthy of the auction. So I've come to Victor's Hollow to find one. The owner of this book found what he was looking for here. Hopefully I'll be as lucky as he was. Oh, right! It's time I had a look around.
All right.
Let the search begin. Excuse me, could you tell me about this map? That old thing? Don't really know where it came from. Found it in the storehouse and thought about throwing it out at first. But I figure I can make at least a few leaves off it this way.
Oh?
Mind if I take a closer look? There are traces of old lines where it was redrawn, and it smells of the sea. From the looks of it, this map was very special to the one who drew it.
Oh!
I think there's something written here, but the characters are strange. I'll be darned if you can read those scribbles, young lady. My dearest friend, here lies my most precious treasure, Baltazar.
Oh!
Baltazar? As in the dread pirate Baltazar of the Eastern Sea? And this is his treasure map?
Yes.
Sure seems that way. It must be worth a fortune. Give me that! Lady Luck is on my side today! Now let's keep this between us, young lady. Here, I'll even give you some candy. But I didn't come here for candy. Tressa, whatever could this pirate treasure be? I'm not sure, but I'd like to find out. Wouldn't it be amazing putting your faith in that ancient map, sailing the high seas and braving tempest and storms? Oh yes, what an adventure that would be. Why, just imagining has my heart all aflutter. Ophelia? So you have the spirit of adventure in you too. I certainly do. Oh, how I yearn for the romance of the open seas. When I was just a small girl, I'd often watch the boys playing at pirates. I used to play pirates too. Captain Tressa, Scourge of the Seas. Don't you know it? My motto was another day, another treasure. I can see you now, wearing a bandana and brandishing a wooden cutlass. I overdid it at times. Sometimes the boys would break into tears and run home. I can see that too. Jackass. Oh, it's worth a few leaves, and then he's like, I'm gonna be rich, give it back.
Phew. Time for a break.
I already wrote in my diary today, so I'll give the notebook another read. In this world, there are countless treasures, but only one is precious to me, and I will journey on until I find it. Yet only one true treasure in the whole world. Hey!
Hello there.
Good to see you making use of that notebook. We meet again, lass.
Mr. Leon!
Mr. Leon, what brings you here? I should ask you the same. Don't tell me you ran away from home. Not quite. I just decided it was time I saw the world. And I have the notebook you gave me to thank for it.
Oh.
Thank yourself for choosing it, lass. Oh, it's these chuckleheads again. Sink me. I'd be ready to make a grave of me hammock.
Hello.
Oi, ain't ye
What?
Nick and Knack?
You ninny?
It's Mick and Mac, you bird-brain ninny. You're that kid that gave us quite the lashing back in Dripple Slime. It's Ripple Tide. Did you two learn your lesson?
Nick.
That's
Mac.
quite enough.
Captain.
Apologies, Captain. Captain? Aye, our pirating days be behind us. We be working under a different flag.
Got
That
that
day
right.
opened our eyes to the true greatness of Leon Bastrow. Now we be having the honor of calling him our captain.
Whoa!
Oh, I'm glad to see you two singing a new tune at least.
Well,
As am I. They've been doing well under my command thus far, but we still have a ways to go.
All right.
Right you are, Captain. Now look alive, you half-drowned dodo. There's work to be done. So, lass, how do your travels fare?
Well,
I'm still learning as I go, but I do have a goal. I want to sell something incredible at the Merchant's Fair. If I can manage that, it'll prove just how far I've come on this journey.
you don't say.
Well, there's certainly no better place than the fair for an aspiring merchant like yourself. And, what exactly is it that you've deemed worthy of the auction? Well, I wish I could tell you, but it's still waiting for me to find it. A yet undiscovered treasure, I see. Then I wish you all the best in your search, lass.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Leon. By the way, what brings you to Victor's Hollow? It's the home of an old friend. Passed away around this time of year, so I decided to pay a visit.
Oh.
Were you too close?
Hi.
Aye. Baltazar and I were like brothers.
Oh.
Baltazar? As in that Baltazar? Which Baltazar, lass? The Baltazar who drew the map I found earlier.
Could it be?
They may just be one and the same. Could you show me where you found it?
Yes.
Yep. Follow me! Hey, jackass!
Hey.
Excuse me, sir. Me again.
Welcome.
Well, welcome back, young lady. I trust you managed to keep the you-know-what a secret in the meantime?
I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry, but I couldn't.
Hmm?
What do you mean you couldn't?
What do we have here?
Pardon the intrusion, but I heard you might possess a map belonging to Baltazar. Who are ye? This is Captain Leon Bestral.
Ah!
Leon Bestral? Scourge of the seas? I don't want to believe it, but there's no mistaking that blue spear. I heard all about you in your famous words. What were they again? The strong take while the weak quake? Those are words best forgotten, sir.
This is...
Do you take me for a fool? I know you're just here to loot my store. I can assure you I came for no such reason. I cast aside that lifestyle long ago. This certainly looks like one of Baltazar's works. You really don't plan to steal it, do you? I see. So the rumors of the great pirates Leon and Baltazar being friends really were true.
Huh?
He sounds different.
I beg your
If
pardon.
you two were as close as the stories say, then I'm sure you'd do anything to have this map, am I right?
But
However, it's a precious family heirloom, and I'm afraid I cannot part with it without recompense.
What?
But earlier he just said he was gonna throw it away! If you're truly the Leon Bestral, then I'm certain you're well versed in the treasures of the realm.
you see,
I am but a lowly merchant, you see, nothing in comparison to your grandeur. But there is one thing we have in common, a desire for a certain treasure. Have you heard of Edbart's shield? Edbart was a servant of the King of Farian. His defense with the shield was said to be impenetrable. Legend says he used that same shield to protect his liege until the tragic fall of the kingdom. I heard a rumor that's been spotted in this very town. Curious timing, isn't it? Both a fabled pirate and a fabled treasure in Victor's Hollow at the same time. If you happen across it, Mr. Bestral, I'd be happy to trade it for this map. How dare he use that map as leverage? It rightfully belonged to Mr. Leon's friend. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you're mistaken.
Till we meet again.
Thank you for showing me the map, and my apologies for taking so much of your time.
hey,
Are you really just going to leave without your friend's keepsake?
Aye.
That map is not mine to take. Now I shall take my leave, lass. I'd like to celebrate his life with a drink tonight. Mr. Leon? He says he doesn't need it, but I think a memento like that is best kept in a friend's hands. I'll find a way to get it. You said you'd trade the map for Edbart's shield, right? I'll be back in 2 ripples of the tide. Purchase the shield, but first, travel better. You really want that map, don't you? I do, for Mr. Leon's sake. I could steal it for you, you know. I'd rather you didn't. I can handle this myself. He wants a trade, and he'll have it. That's what I do best. I'll show him who's the best merchant around. Well, I see my help's not needed. Though I'd act the gallant type, but clearly your lady prefers the leading role. You bet! After all, how can I call myself a real merchant if I refuse this challenge? How indeed. If it gives me the choice to steal it, that's probably what I'll do so I don't have to spend any money. Nope. You, I don't care what your story is. What do you got? Plate shield, spike shield. I don't need those. If I talk to you...
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, fine. Now get the ancient map. Here, jerk-ass.
Ah,
Back so soon?
Of course.
I made a promise, didn't I? And I'd always deliver. My word! I can't believe you actually found it! With this symbol and this weight! All those scars! There's no mistaking it, this is the real deal!
most
Thank you so much, young lady. Here's the map, as promised. But however did you manage to get this shield? I'm a merchant. We have our ways. Obtaining such a renowned treasure is no small feat. I can see you have promise, young lady, and lots of it. You're kind of a scumbag, dude, really.
Mr. Leon!
I brought something for you.
Huh?
Baltazar's map. Don't tell me you went through the trouble of finding the shield for that? Then I won't. Thank you, lass. Mr. Leon, were you really okay with just leaving the map at that shop?
You see...
When you gazed at it, your eyes were so forlorn. I felt like it belonged with you. Your keen eyes never cease to amaze me. Let me tell you a story then, lass. About Baltazar and me. We were but lads when the sea first called to us, and as we grew, so did our reputation. Baltazar came to be known as the Wild Eagle, and I the Sea Serpent. Our ships clashed on the open ocean, and our names roared like thunder through the sky.
Captain Leon! The storm be giving us no quarter, sir! Let's turn back! The old girl can't hold on much longer!
Anyone wanting to retreat can be my guest and swim back. I'll reduce this ship to shivers before I let him have my treasure. If those scurvy sea dogs get to that island first, we get nothing. You hear? Hold fast to that rudder, mateys.
Aye, aye, sir!
Baltazar, that bastard.
You're too slow, Leon.
Aye, Captain Obvious.
I think he'd have learned after all these years.
Enough. Else I'll cut out your tongue and feed it to the gulls.
Now I'll be taking this island's treasure, if you don't mind.
I do mind, but it isn't mine. Do whatever you please.
Do ye remember when we were lads, Leon? Starving in a slum, stealing to survive. We'd dreamt of just growing up and had to fight tooth and nail to reach the top. Nothing was ever easy for us.
In this world, the strong take while the weak quake, and we became strong.
Ye never change, Leon.
You say it like you're any different, Baltazar.
Not everyone stays the same forever, matey.
Baltazar, he was always looking off into the distance. His eyes gazed far, far away, toward a seemingly unreachable place. Time passed between us until one day.
Can I tell you something, Leon? I never wanted to be a pirate.
What?
When we were lads, I dreamt of being a merchant.
Have you gone daft? Baltazar of the Eastern Seas. A merchant.
You're a bloody scoundrel for laughing. Be the truth. I wanted to trade treasure from every corner of this here world and bring people together. I lost sight of my dream after becoming a pirate. These days, it's all I'd be thinking about. Leon, do you have something precious to you? Aye, a fine storm this is. How about another wager, my friend? Whoever reaches that island first be the winner. If you win, you get that gem you always wanted.
Uh-huh, will I now? And what happens if you win?
If I win, ye hand over your most precious treasure.
Deal.
And that's how our final race began, with Baltazar. He never emerged from those stormy seas. I found his ship several days later, wrecked on the coast. Baltazar had been the victor of our very last match. This map shows the location of the gem he wagered that day.
The Eldrite.
He called it Eldrite. It's the only one of its kind in the entire world. It was by far the rarest of all the treasures he'd plundered. But seeing as I lost our match, I haven't the rights to it. Oh. That's why you left it in the shop. Precisely. You made a proper trade for this, lass, so it belongs to you now. However you use it is up to you. Up to me? Mr. Leon lost more than just a race that day. I think having a memento of his friend would cheer him up. I wouldn't mind getting a closer look at more pirate treasure.
All right.
Time to put this map to use. Eldrite, the ore of legend. You know of it, Professor Albright? Oh yes, otherwise known as the Eye of the Sea. So beautiful, men liken it to the eye of a goddess. Or so my tomes tell me. I've never observed an actual specimen with my own eyes, mind. It is also written that you can see an ocean inside if you peer long enough. A whole ocean? With fish and seaweed and everything? I would be surprised to say the least, if the view offered quite so much detail. Truth be told, all the accounts are hearsay. Not one author has claimed to have found one of these stones. Though not for want of effort, mind you, it has long been sought after by pirates, kings, and would-be treasure hunters. And me! Suddenly I really want to find it. Now that's the spirit. Okay. I'll save and call it here. I'll do the path next time. Yeah, so I think that's enough time for this episode. I'll make my way to the dungeon the next time, okay? So, come back next time for when I continue Tressa Chapter 3 and try to find that Eldrite. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time.